Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Drehix here and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be trying to beat Hades for the first time as a brand new player. As you can see, 0 achievements, literally just added to my library today. Main accounts. Literally, I'd never played this game before, so we're gonna see how far we can get in that first round. So we're gonna go in. I genuinely have no experience with this game at all. I have played a little bit of Sworn, which is very similar, but I've heard this one is a lot better. Okay, here we go. We just head right in. So like I said, I've played a good amount of Sworn, but never played or watched any Hades, so I don't know any of the people. I don't know any of the buffs. I don't know any of what people do. I don't know what hurts me. I don't know any secret rooms. I don't know anything. And I don't know what any of the doors or symbols mean, so I'm just gonna use my roguelike knowledge and kind of just go from here. So, if you don't know what Hades is, it's your average dungeon roguelike experience where you clear the room of enemies and usually you'll get a buff or some money or some currency you can use after your run is done to make yourself more powerful for later runs. Obviously, this being my first run, I had none of that, so I was very bare bones, just using everything as normal. Even in the first room, I end up taking some damage just because I don't know attack patterns of these enemies at all, so I just use my knowledge from previous games I've played to guess. Buffs and stuff, of course, I don't know what each relic does what, but I figure it's your average crit damage or stagger or backstab or really any of the classics. I decided to go with just making my basic attack better, as for the first time of me playing, I don't know how good casting or anything is. At the end of room 2, I get introduced to 2 different rooms that I can go into, one of them looking like a coin and another one looking like a heart. So I assumed money and max health, so I decided to go with max health as I think it's going to help me in the long run. We go through the next couple rooms and it went pretty well. We ended up getting a key, which I now know is to unlock some new weapons and potentially even more, but all I saw so far was weapons and a palm fruit, which allows us to upgrade a power we already have. So me only having the one Athena power up, I go ahead and upgrade that. I now get shown a room with a skull icon at the bottom. And from my Sworn knowledge, I'm assuming a beefier mob is gonna be in there, but I felt good and decided to try it out. That would end up being a huge mistake. I start the room off and almost immediately get hit with one of the bombs, and in that moment, I truly realize I fucked up, as I would end up finishing the room with literally only 12 health left. Knowing that, I decided to take Blinding Flash, which allows me to backstab, hopefully killing people faster than they can do damage to me. And in the next room, I start playing it a bit more carefully, but it doesn't matter, as I still take damage and I'm left with 2 health, but luckily still clearing the room. Knowing that the run is probably over, I'm praying to finish this room flawless and hope the next door is me getting some health. Even with all that hope, I end up dying and finishing my first run. Honestly, was a little disappointed as I didn't even get to the first boss. But I decided to give it another go, ignoring all the people in the hub world so I don't get any buffs or upgrade to make it still feel like a bare bones run. We start the next run and unfortunately are met with a buff. I decided to try not to take it just to keep it fair and bare bones, but I am actually forced to take it to go to the next room. Things go pretty good for the first couple rooms. I get pretty lucky buffs, which allow me to dash and deal damage, and have that lightning strike from my dash deal more damage and damage more space around me. This felt good, as for when I get ambushed, I just dash out and they all get damaged. And hoping I can make this run go further, I take a buff that allows enemies to do less damage to me, and here I start feeling confident and notice that the same skull icon is on the next door. Knowing what happened last time, I prepared myself, breaking both their shields off and only 1 hit in. I felt good. But then I got hit again and again, and getting a buff that was really mid, as I hate crit chance buffs, but who knows, maybe in this game it's great. Next room goes good and I encounter my first shop, which allows me to get some health and feel good about my next room, which also has a health buff clearing that room easy. And the next skull room is even easier since it's not the bomb guys and it's all just these floating skulls. Clearing the room with not too much damage, and then I see this. A room which I'm assuming is to be a boss room, but I have 60 health and a decent feeling build, so I go in ready to kill this boss, We find Meg and start doing some damage. But not knowing her attack pattern, she ends up getting free damage on me. And I also didn't realize she started spawning in enemies so quick. So I quickly started stressing, and before even getting the boss to halfway, we end up dying. So unfortunately, even in a 1.5 try run, we couldn't even beat the first boss, but I'm proud of what I did and know with a little practice, I could definitely beat this game. Well, that's first time Hades. I could not beat it on my first try. I couldn't even get past the first boss on my first try. We're gonna keep going. Let me know if you guys want me to do this with any other roguelikes. I do plan on making some of these later on as well. Maybe like a couple. I have some games in mind that I want to try out. But dude, Hades is good. I played a lot of Sworn. Sworn is very, very good, and I know it was inspired by Hades. It's literally just a multiplayer version. So I think I'm gonna like Hades. And we still have the second one to play as well, which I'm sure is very good. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Let me know if you want anything similar to this or anything with like roguelikes or anything. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Drehix, and I will catch you guys on the next one.